Welcome to another edition of Cru A. Our guest today is Kristen Hoelscher, a sophomore forward from Temple for the UMHB women's soccer team. What was it that attracted you to UMHB and the women's soccer program in particular?
Mostly because it's close to home. Yeah, since I'm from Temple, it's like 10 minutes away, so I could live at home. I didn't want to live in the dorm, so that was nice. And I knew Elkins because he was the coach for the rival team, so that was kind of fun as well. So.
Now, UMHB didn't have a great tradition of women's soccer when you got here. Things are starting to turn around. You're picking up some wins.
Yeah.
Getting deeper into the conference tournament. What's it been like for you to kind of be a part of that resurgence of UMHB women's soccer? It's
exciting because before Coach was here, I remember I watched a game and their goalie was the one who scored. And it was kind of like, whoa. Like I was going to be a forward, so it was exciting for me because I was like, I'll get to play, you know. And so it's exciting being part of the team that actually gets to be the part of the wins and change the whole tradition. So.
And at the time we record this, you rank among the team leaders in goals and shots, so you're a big part of the success they're having as well. What's that like for you?
It's awesome. Makes me feel really important, actually.
What's your favorite part about being at UMHB?
I really like the small classes, and all my teachers know my name, so that's really nice. I have friends that go to like A&M and UT, and they're like, my smallest class is 300 and I don't know anybody, and my teachers don't know me, and they don't take roll. And so I really like going around the hallways and saying hey to everybody, even though I've had one class with them. So it's really, I like that.
You know, a lot of people want to kind of get away from home when they go off to college. Was that ever a thought that maybe, you know, UMHB is a little too close to home?
No, I'm kind of a homebody. I actually just moved out this semester though, and I'm really liking it, but it's perfect because my family's still home, so if I want to see them, I can just drive home, but they're not there 24/7. So it's actually perfect.
Get a chance to maybe do some laundry, get a home cooked meal if you need.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Groceries paid for, all that good stuff.
Now, you've got soccer going on, you've got your busy class schedule and everything too, but you've got something else going on. If you would just talk about the organization you're starting and kind of the idea behind what you'd like to see get going here at UMHB.
Okay, so I'm starting Best Buddies, which is an organization where you befriend someone with IDD, which is intellectual or developmental disabilities. It's already an organization that's in a lot of high schools, middle schools, and colleges, but we didn't have it here. And so I was looking at different colleges, and it had it like UT, Southwestern, and I was like, you know, I really want to do that, but I'm not going to change schools just to do that. So I contacted a couple people, and it was like, well, contact her, we'll email her, and I finally got to someone who could help me get it started here. So it's an organization where you go with someone, you have to see them, you have to talk to them once a week, you see them twice a month, and you just befriend them. They provide their own transportation, they pay for their own stuff. So if you go to the movies, they just pay for their own ticket, they pay for their own food, whatever, and you just hang out with them. Just give them opportunities they wouldn't have otherwise without this organization.
How big of a need was there in Central Texas? Well, I mean, what kind of role do you see this organization filling here locally?
There's a lot. I help with Special Olympics in Temple at the rec center by Cru A soccer fields, and they have fun night every Thursday, and there's tons of people there. I mean, probably at least 70 athletes there, and so they have a lot of need for volunteers, and people just don't know about it. The only reason I knew about Special Olympics is because I literally went on the internet and looked up volunteering opportunities, and it popped up, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know we had this. So, and they have a lot of people that need help. So
what all is involved in starting an organization? I mean, that sounds like a huge undertaking.
It is. I had to go, like I said, I had to go through a lot of people through the actual organization. I have a program manager who actually works for Best Buddies, and she's up in Dallas, and she actually has the Baylor chapter and the UT chapter. So this is she hasn't even heard of us before. So that's another reason it's really good is people actually hear of UMHB, because a lot of people are like, University of Hardin-Baylor? I'm like, yeah, you know, close enough, whatever. It's in Belton between Austin and Waco. And so it's really exciting because I think it'll be good for us. It'll give a good reputation for us and the Best Buddies organization. So I had to go through them, and then I had to go to the Senate, and I had to go to the executive cabinet of the SGA, and then right now it's actually getting approved by the president. I'm waiting for him to sign it and get it sent back.
Okay.
But it's funny because I didn't know how to start it, so I originally just emailed the president straight up and I was like, hey, I want to get this on our campus. So he was actually the first person I emailed because I didn't know who to go through.
So it certainly wasn't a surprise when he's going to see this coming across his
Yeah, no, he was the first one I talked to, so.
What got you interested in getting involved with Best Buddies?
Special Olympics in Temple. I don't know what it is. I just have a special love for them, and they did a bowling thing in Killeen. I think it's called the Bowl-O-Rama or some bowling alley. I'm not sure. And I would look around and there's so many, there were like hundreds of them there, and then all the group home leaders, like the people who work there, were just sitting there on their phones and just not paying attention to them. And it was just really heartbreaking because these people are like reaching out. They want a friend, and it's like they'd go up and I'd see them come talk to them, and they'd just be like, like texting. And it was just really sad. And I was like, you know what? I know so many people at UMHB would love to do that, you know? Would love to be involved in that kind of thing, because that's why people come here, is to do stuff like that.
And that's something you'd like to make a career out of, right? You want to be a child therapist?
I want to do physical therapy with special needs kids, so yeah.
And this all kind of ties into then your career goals and everything?
Yeah, so it's actually, it's really good. And I've babysat some people with special needs just so I want to be around them as much as possible, so.
What kind of help do you need if somebody wants to get involved? How can they get involved and help you out in the local chapter of Best Buddies?
Student-wise, they can sign up and be a buddy, because we have a lot of buddies who want to, my host site is Hawksville, which is Heart of Central Texas Independent Living, and they have tons of people who want to be involved. So I just need buddies, peer buddies, to be matched with them. Donations, I have to have, funds for events and stuff, so people who are not students, like restaurants, I'll need to do like percentage nights where they, so much of the food or the percentage of whatever who goes there goes to our organization. So just a lot of donations, actually.
What kind of response have you gotten? Have you already started approaching people in the community?
I have not. I've talked to people about it, but I haven't set a meeting date yet, because I'm kind of waiting on the president to send back, and I have to have a meeting with Tiffany Werdeman and the SGA and talk to them about how I can get funds and stuff for it. But everyone I've talked to is really interested, and they really want to do it, and so it's just about now getting a meeting date to have a general information meeting. So
how big do you see this getting?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, UT's is like 500, which obviously that's probably not going to happen. They have a way bigger school, but I'm hoping 100 or 200. I'm really shooting big for it, but I could be. I know I have no idea. I might be overreaching or underreaching. I have no idea.
Well, if you don't shoot for that, you'll never get
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks so much. Appreciate your time, Kristen Hoelscher. That's this week's Cru A.